So Ben Carson is an esteemed neurosurgeon who performed his first historic surgery on the Binder twins. According to an article on thebustle.com, the twins were named Patrick and Benjamin Binder and were born in Ulm, Germany, and they were 7 months old at the time of this historic surgery. These twins were special in the fact that they were Siamese twins, and furthermore, they were craniopicus twins, which means they were connected at the head. And according to the same article, these twins very rarely will live past the age of 2, so surgery was naturally the best option to give these twins a happy and healthy life. According to an article on thewashingtonpost.com, Ben Carson oversaw the children's case from the start, and as a sign of deference, respect, or even caution, Ben Carson decided to ask his boss if he would want to perform the surgery instead of him. But his boss curtly refused the gesture, saying that Ben Carson did all the research and so that he should be the one to do the surgery. And if the surgery was successful, it would skyrocket Ben Carson's popularity in the medical world and would make him a household name in the field of neurosurgery. What makes this surgery so monumental is that, for one, craniopicus twins are very, very rare, and they very rarely exist. And according to 5guysfacts.com, Siamese twins occur in about 10 to 20 of every 1 million births. And of these 10 or 20, 2 to 6% of them are craniopicus. So this all means they were very rare. And another reason why it's very monumental surgery is that the twins shared multiple important veins that connected them. In an article, according to foxnews.com, September 6, 1987, the 22-hour-long procedure was performed by Ben Carson and his 70-member team. This surgery is not only very historic in the fact that it completed, but is also historic in the procedures used within the surgery. Many of them had never been done before, one including that they lowered the twins' body temperature to 68 degrees, which limited blood flow and basically body functionality. And they also drained the twins' blood and they limited the brain so that they would lower the risk of fatal blood loss, and they would limit additional medical problems that could occur during the surgery. So miraculously, the surgery was a massive success, and the twins were able to live independently post-surgery. And so according to the same Washington Post article that I said earlier, the twins then returned to Germany 7 months after surgery was completed. But as soon as they returned to Germany, news and updates of the twins and the mother completely evaporated. Ben Carson himself couldn't keep in contact with them. They would ignore his phone calls, his letters, etc., etc. But the only reliable source post-surgery that we have of them was an interview that the mother gave to a German magazine that was then transformed to English. And in this magazine, it states that Benjamin would occasionally moan after the surgery, but Patrick Binder never learned to talk. And it's also stated in the interview that Patrick Binder had a bad experience in the hospital where he choked on some food and he went without oxygen for a few minutes. And years after surgery, they couldn't get around on themselves or even feed themselves. And in the same interview, she stated that the twins' traumatic brain damage ruined her marriage. She said that her husband couldn't take it anymore, where he became an alcoholic, he cheated on her, and he lost his job, and eventually spent all their money. And so the mother, unable to take care of her 2 children, sent them to a home for disabled children in Germany. And according to the mother's brother, the Siamese twins' uncle, that Patrick Binder died within the decade, and that Benjamin Binder still lives to this day. He's grown up, and his naturally blonde hair has now turned black, but he still cannot speak to this day. He also says that the children eventually remarried and had other children, and that she will occasionally visit Benjamin Binder in the disability home. And the half-brothers say that it's hard to communicate with him, but they can tell that he's happy by the way that he looks at them. So it's very controversial to say whether this surgery was a massive success or a massive failure. It's best left with you to know that the words of Ben Carson himself stated that in a technological Star Wars sort of way, the surgery was a massive success. But in regards to creating normal children, the surgery was a massive failure, as what he told the Associated Press in 1989.